Hello. I want to thank you everyone for joining us today. I'm going to get the microphone in the right place. We'll start with our pledge of allegiance. Is it all? Okay. We'll start with our pledge of allegiance, followed by our invocation, which will be given by Sandra Bush.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of this day. We praise you for the beauty that surrounds us in this creation. Let us never forget what a wonderful life you've given us. Father, I ask your blessings on each and every person here today and those that couldn't be here today. We are so blessed. And I pray, Father, that we'll be very open to all those around us who need some love and support. Father, let us show you how very much we love you by the way we love our fellow man, especially through the services of this broken place. In Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Amen. And now we'll call on Cheryl Hackney, who will come up and introduce our visitors again.
So we need to recognize our guests and visitors. We have one guest today, Brandon Solomon. Will please stand.
Birthdays and anniversaries this week. We do not have any birthdays, but we do have anniversaries. George and Helen Henry, 61 years on the 25th. And Shirley and Jim Pennebaker, 22 years on the 26th. Congratulations. We do have some time for happy dollars, so if anyone's happy, please come up. And again, we'll do like we did last week, so the microphone and the webcam can pick it up better. If you do your happy dollar, please do come behind the podium and talk into the microphone. Or no one's happy today. Okay.
Hi. So I have $5 because this is the 5th year of our West Point Lake Dragon Boat Race. So I'm excited that Mike Patton Auto Family is sponsoring it and bringing it back to LaGrange again. And it's going to be July 10th out at Pine Road Park, 8 to 2. So come on out and cheer on your favorite team. If you go to our website, there's like a little link in there that you can check out the teams and support them. But thank you. I'm so glad that the Dragon Boat is going to happen this year. So paddles up.
My oldest grandchild, Seth Overton, graduated from high school. He was a North Carolina Northern Scholar. He's headed to the University of North Carolina in Paul. Very good, very good. Just very, very proud. Several things I'm happy about. I'm going to put in a whole lot of money, maybe $5. And one is for the school system. Dr. Shoemate, who is not here today. You need to make this announcement, Brian. I want to just say I'm so proud of what the system is doing. And it was just brought to great awareness by over 100 people this last week. 2 days of all day, almost 7 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon, of data gathering, sharing, understanding from the system, community, and people in the school system what's going on and what is wanted. So Brian, I know we need to hear about that from you sometime real soon. So wonderful. Also, I'm very happy to say, in line with the graduations, that our grandson, Joe Walker Henry, from Nashville, graduated magna cum laude at the University of Chicago last week.
I owe some money. Over the last year, I've been occasionally putting in a few dollars for things, but I haven't actually put the money in yet. So as for this, plus the other thing that I'm happy about is 3 weeks ago, U.S., the way I've counted, had about a little over 500,000 active cases, and now we're down to around 250,000, and the trajectory looks good.
Thank you, everyone. Now, before we jump into our program, I meant to say as a public announcement, we do have a board meeting immediately after today's meeting. Will be next door for the first time in a little over a year. So everyone, as usual, for our board meetings is welcome to attend, and we'll get a makeup for attending. So we'll jump into our program, and I want to thank our program today is our own Mike Angstaff. I want to thank Mike again as our program chair because he was not our scheduled program today. Our speaker for today had to cancel at the last minute, so Mike jumped in at the last minute to make sure that we had a program. For those, I know most of us know Mike, but for those that don't, Mike has been a Rotarian since the mid-1980s, first in Warm Springs, Meriwether County Club, and then our club here since 1995. He served as the executive director of Twin Cedars Youth and Family Services from 1995 until his retirement in 2017. At that time, Mike formed ANSAC Consulting and Team Building Services. He has 4 adult daughters and 5 grandchildren. Today, Mike will be speaking about Hope Givers Georgia, a private not-for-profit in which he partnered with Tamlin Hall to develop in 2017. Tamlin is the CEO and Mike serves as the board chair. He will share information regarding their film challenge for 6th through 12th grade students in partnership with Georgia PBS and the state of Georgia's Department of Education to develop documentaries. We'll turn it over to Mike.
So I'm retiring as your program chair for the last 2 years and passing that mantle to Henry Jacobs. So if you enjoy the programs from August on, he's the one to pat on the back. Now, I did give him a word of caution over the 2 years that I've been handling these duties. I've had this at the last minute kind of experience 3 times. If it would have happened a 4th time, I would have showed you pictures of my grandchildren's birthdays, and I think that might not have gone over so well. Maybe for me, but so many of y'all have seen the movie Holding On. If you've seen that, would you raise your hand? So that movie was made by my dear friend Tamlin Hall in 2017. That led to us deciding that perhaps we could do a nonprofit that would use edutainment. I think that's a neologism, but to use edutainment to provide hope. And our acronym for HOPE was Humanity, Opportunity, Prevention, and Equity. So we formed under the name of Hope Givers GA. Some of the things we've done that I want to talk to you about today and show you a little bit about. We did a film festival at Sweetland, and we did that. It's called the Hope Givers Music Festival in 2018. Some of you may have attended that. In 2019, a group that I've been working with for a long time, the Mandela Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders, the Georgia cohort, was brought 25 young African leaders from 20 nations in Africa were brought to Georgia by funds from Mandela Fellowship for the summer of of 2019. I got to meet those men and women a year before and did some team building with them. In 2019, we thought we might want to show Holding On, the movie, to them to see if the story of a teenage boy from Troup County, Georgia, who, due to his mental illness and drug dependence, took his own life, would have any value to young leaders from Africa. We weren't sure. We weren't sure if there'd be any kind of click. Well, it turned out we showed this at Georgia State. It's an hour and 40-minute film. 3 hours later, we left Georgia State hearing stories about mental health challenges in various nations throughout Africa. We got very, very close to a young man from Sierra Leone. And I know you know about Sierra Leone. But we were awarded a reverse Mandela Fellowship, a reciprocal Mandela Fellowship, to do a documentary on the mental health system in Sierra Leone. There's 2 psychiatrists for 7 million people. And post-Civil War, post-Ebola, now post-COVID, Tamlin and team will be heading there in November to work with the Department of Health and Human Services to begin the documentary. There'll be another trip to Africa in 2022 to do a documentary on female genitalia mutilation. Part of our series that I'll be telling you about in a little bit will feature 2 sisters that told us their plight and how their grandmother came to their aid. But we'll be in Senegal and Kenya next year. We're deciding who's going to go, but the story will be on a documentary on female genitalia mutilation. Through our work, we said, what can we do to make some changes and be true to our mission, which is to create edutainment to help transform mental health, equity, and well-being for all. So, working with State Department of Education and working with PBS, we were asked to do 8 documentaries. Those were filmed during the time of COVID. They've been completed, and they'll be part of 9th grade health class in 2021. Health educators throughout Georgia and those who use the national standards will be able to pull these 8 documentaries down and to show them to their class. Presently, right now, as a matter of fact, a handful of Georgia educators are writing the curriculum guide for these 8 documentaries. So they'll be available September for the 2021-2022 school year. I hope, Dr. Shumate, some of your health educators choose to use them. DOE and PBS were so impressed with the documentaries, they've asked for documentaries to be developed this year into 2022 for middle school, the 6th grade. And then contingent on that to take it down to an even lower level to elementary school for 2022-2023. So this is one of the things that I've been up to, and one of the things I want to share with you is we decided how do we enable hope to spread maybe in the same way COVID did, person to person. So we asked youth if they would get with their mentor and do a 90-second film on what gave them hope over the last year. We got 84 entries from 4 states and went from 84 to 8 to 4 or so. And one of the young women that I'd like to share with you, her name is Taz. Taz is going to tell her story. She's from Statesboro, Georgia. She's a high school senior, and she can say it much better than I. So, Kim, would you share that?
Can I give you a second on the thing here? I'm sorry, no.
I got interested in it because I wanted to find a sport to play, and I wanted to play basketball, but it was too much for me to handle. So my physical therapist from pre-K came and introduced me to golf my 8th grade year, going into high school during the summer, and I ended up enjoying it so much. Still, when I was 3 years old, I was diagnosed with rare bone disease called bilateral tibia inferior, which is missing the tibia bone. Hi, my name is Taz. I'm a junior at Statesboro High, and I'm a lady devil golfer. I got interested in it because I wanted to find a sport to play, and I wanted to play basketball, but it was too much for me to handle. So my physical therapist from pre-K came and introduced me to golf my 8th grade year, going into high school during the summer, and I ended up enjoying it. So I'm playing still. When I was 3 years old, I was diagnosed with rare bone disease called bilateral tibia inferior, which is missing the tibia bone in both of my legs. My mom might have had 2 options: was to get me amputated or was to get rods installed in my legs. And I feel as if she chose the best option for me. For the ones out there who are similar to me, you just have to keep striving. You know, people are going to talk. It's going to be scary because I've been through a lot myself. Getting off balance, phantom pain is worse. But, you know, you just got to keep going and keep praying if you believe in God, you know, and just hope for the best.
Hello. Hey Taz, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. It's so good to see you. I got there are a few questions that I'm going to ask you. Nothing super hard or anything. How's your day going so far?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Well, hopefully it'll get even better. And one thing I want to tell you is, everybody loves your film. It's wonderful. Like, love it, love it, love it. And we already know what episode we're going to put it in. So we already know, and it's going out, and it's going to go out to the world September 1st. So congratulations. So the first question that I'll ask is why did you want to tell your story?
Well, I know how it feels to be different, and you know, I want other people either similar to me or maybe different to see that they can do things. But also one day we had a match in Blakely with my coach, and we were talking. He was telling me that he was proud of me for coming out there and being brave enough to do it. And I was asking him, was there a way I can get my story out there with a platform? And, you know, he's an audio and film teacher, so he's on a challenge and asked me if I was interested.
Oh, that's awesome. That the connection happened. How long did it take you guys to shoot stuff and come up with this is what we want to do, and then it get produced and then get over to us?
And honestly, it wasn't really that hard. It was pretty easy, 2 days. So,
Nice. What was your favorite part about it?
my favorite part was being on the course, you know, getting different angles when I was teeing up the ball and all that.
How long have you been playing golf?
This is technically my second year because of last year I kind of messed up into it. But yeah, I've been I got interested in it from a physical therapist named Mr. Don. He was my physical therapist in pre-K. And going into ninth grade, my summer, he asked me if I would play, so I got interested.
Awesome. And I know you're a junior, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you have plans or hopes or dreams for after you graduate? Do you know what you want to do or anything?
Well, I'm kind of going to college and majoring in criminal justice.
Do you have any idea of colleges that you're interested in?
Well, I was thinking about Kennesaw, but I need to do some more looking.
Yeah. So not Georgia Southern. Since it's right there where you live. My niece goes to Kennesaw State. Love it. So good. So if you won the $2,000 film grant, what would you do with the money?
Well, I was going to give my mom some, and then I was going to invest in the rest to save up for me a car and get the controls of my car. So I'll be driving for my senior year.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. So what all has to happen for a vehicle for you to be able to operate?
Well, they have to, I guess, to customize my controls, like just for me, because I can't really feel the pedals with my prosthesis, so I can get control from the steering wheel.
Cool. All right, so the last question is, what does hope mean to you?
It means just having faith and pushing through no matter what the circumstances are.
Your story is remarkable. Like, I'm getting teary. It really is. You're going to make an impact on so many people's lives. I wanted this to be like super, like, you're still, like, you're just crushing it. Like, I'm so proud of you. So I want you to end this on, like, your name and the title of your film, and like throw a peace sign or say whatever you want to the end.
Okay, I'm Katerina Wilson, and I'm so grateful for getting this opportunity.
So that flash forward, Taz won the storyteller of the film challenge, storyteller award for the film challenge. Monday, we'll be meeting with her and her sponsor to give them a check. She will get the check to outfit the automobile so that she'll be able to drive. She did not win the grand prize, but we were able to raise enough money to get her vehicle outfitted. And that's her story. Now, that part of her story will be embedded in the documentary that features a young man from our town. Do any of y'all know Brandon Todd? So Brandon runs a shop downtown called Mindware. Brandon also is an amputee. He was riding his motorcycle a number of years ago and was hit by a car and dragged under the car and lost his leg. His is a story of resilience too. So in each of these 9th grade health class documentaries, there'll be a student and an adult that will be able to tell a story of challenge overcome by resilience. And maybe the next time, if there's ever the next time to show the whole documentary, Brandon can come and share as well. But I did want to just leave you with a little bit of what we're doing, what our nonprofit's doing, and how we're trying. Our vision is to save lives through arts, science, and advocacy. Our values are humanity, opportunity, prevention, and equity, and we believe we should love all, serve all, humanity wins here, and to keep hope alive. Thank you. any questions.
Brainware, is that what you were saying? Is his store downtown?
Mindware.
Mindware.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah.
us about it.
So, he has a line of clothing that he developed that, for example, I bought a sweatshirt from him. It's a bright purple color, but it has a brain on it. And his logo is to use the mind to bring about changes. Some of you, you said you know him, and he was in Grady, and the physician said to him, "We can save your life, but we can't save your leg." So he had a choice to make, and like Taz's mom did, she had a choice to make too, and they made the choice. They lost a limb, but they gained a life. Thanks, Shirley. Any other questions or comments? It was a pleasure to present.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you again for stepping in at the last minute. You've got 2 more months in the program chair, so hopefully we'll get those 2 months and you won't have to step in at the last minute one more time. Only 8 more, right? Only 8 more programs. As you know, we're making a donation to Polio Plus in honor of your speaking, which is Rotary Initiative to Eradicate Polio Worldwide. As a reminder, we'll have a board meeting next door as soon as we adjourn. Our program next week will be Charlton Askew, Executive Director of Trust Building. We hope to see everybody again next week. Next week will be the last meeting of this Rotary year. A little unusual for us to be at the Country Club that week. That's usually the week of our annual meeting, but since we had it earlier, we will have that meeting here next week, and then we'll take off the week of July 4th, and we'll return on July 14th. So we hope to see everyone next week. If there's no further business, we'll stand adjourned. Do we have any more?